And that looks like it's recording. Yeah. So, since I'm right-handed, I figured having you on my left side would probably work out better. So, this is the... this is my coloring book. And I can show you, like, doing bits and pieces of stuff like this is about the finest scale of accuracy I can have with markers. But there are much smaller and more intricate things that markers just will not work for. Those lines are just too small. Hell, just trying to do Maneki Neko, I was having issues. I also have to use different glasses because stuff in front of me is closer than my monitor is, so I need stronger glasses to be able to see it. So that's... most of these are still technically attached, but the pages are perforated. They are meant to be tear out a bowl. Also with the markers I had to have paper behind so it wouldn't bleed through onto other pages. Let's find something that I haven't done. Also give you a chance to see what's here a bit. Yeah, you can see some of that. You're seeing some of the white page from the back, but you're seeing some of this too. Anything I'd want to look up color references on, like cranes and fish and stuff, I'm less inclined to want to start with. Because those are the kinds of things I would want to color in accurately. Those, no, I wouldn't, I don't know if I can put those in. Let's see. Some of these I've started trying to do like progressive movement through colors that I have, but one, bleed through, and two, limited number of colors that are visible and worked well. And then I didn't get anything particularly fancy. They were cheap and available. My XCOM video is exporting now. Not that there was much in the way of editing to do. I crop out the little beginning portion before I actually get to the episode, but this one's also going to be very long because it was one very long mission. What are... oh, That's just to keep them from jiggling too much. So I haven't even opened these up and taken a look at my options yet. So, okay. Let me sort these out. Browns are going to be trickier to sort. I think I know how I'm going to do that though. Also, none of these colors are labeled. The lighter ones of these get to go next to those. Just because they're more accurately placed there. And the that one looks like it's meant to be closer to a brick red than a brown. I don't know how well you can see that, but yeah, it helps if I organize them. And with patterns, I like to start with the same part on each and then go out from there. Let's start with you in these spots then. See how the color looks. These are individual beds. Also, I gotta figure out where the point and the edge are on these, because the tips aren't perfectly even. They never are when you sharpen something, so. Where's the best edge for getting close to the lines? Also, the color of the wood and the color of the lead, well, it's not actually lead, but do not coincide on these. Actually, it looks like this one and the one before it have the wrong lead in the wrong body, but that's fine. But yeah, I think you can see this body matches more with this color, and this body matches better with that one, but that's not how those go. They look like this should be in this body and this should be in this one. But as with most colored things, the color you see here isn't necessarily how it appears on paper. Works that way with hair dye too. The color on a dye doesn't necessarily represent the color you're going to get in your hair. Part of that is because you are not applying that dye to a white surface. If I had entirely white hair, I might trust the color of a dye a bit more, but even when you bleach your hair, you're getting a yellowy, orangish base that all the colors are being applied to, and that alters the results. These blues are similar, but not quite the same. And the host for this pencil implies that it would be darker and closer to violet. Towards that end anyway. No, I'm not going to color this whole page. That would take for fucking ever. I'm just doing a test of these pencils and doing a little bit of a pattern. Just to see how it goes. And also to see how this ends up looking, because I can see that it's in frame, but I don't know. Also, I could get darker color out of these, but I would have to press harder, and I'm like with writing with pencils, I don't press hard generally, which makes that comes up most actually in character sheets. Some people just press very hard when they write, so when they have to make changes, it's hard for them to erase even with good erasers, and they turn into a mess, or they erase holes in their character sheet trying to get remnants off. But no, I tend to do better with that just because I am not heavy-handed with it. But yeah, I know if I pressed harder, I would get more color out of these. But also, some of them seem to be imparting their color a little easier. But the shadow from my hand also obstructs a little bit of the, my seeing how well that goes. Come on, where's the edge? So that's just a little test of how these are going to work out. Some color on some paper. Now for something a little more interesting. Gotta get some kitty time in. Yeah, you could have stayed where you were, kitty girl. You could have. Really. Yeah. And yeah, that spot is healing up. The area around the scab is Doing better. The area of the scab is getting smaller. That's good. Huh. Yeah. You have anything to say to the people? No, you just want to rub your face on stuff. As you do. Yeah? Fine. Fine. Be that way. Yeah. Alright. Well. Yeah. We'll see if I have anything new for tomorrow. Have some foliage.